You wake up before the sun. The rooster hasn't crowed yet. Not because you want to. Your body simply refuses to sleep any longer. Because your body has learned something very simple over the years. If you sleep too long, the morning light will find you still in bed. If you sleep too long, you lose time to work. Every extra minute of sleep means less time in the fields. And if you lose time to work, your family eats less. Less food means hunger, and hunger is a familiar guest here. Your bed is nothing more than a pile of straw. It was gathered from the fields after the harvest. It scratches your skin when you move. The dry stalks poke through your thin tunic. Dust reaches into the cold air every time you shift your weight. You can see it dancing in the pale light. The smell never leaves. It clings to your clothes, your hair, your skin. Smoke, wet soil, animals. These are the scents that define your existence. This is what morning smells like. It is the smell of survival. Your back already hurts. The pain is dull and deep, a constant companion. You slowly sit up. Every vertebra protests as you move. The room around you is dark. The windows are small, covered with animal hide. Note the comforting darkness of night. Not the kind that promises rest, but the heavy darkness of poverty. It presses down on you, heavy as the soil you till. The walls are made of mud and sticks. They were built years ago by hands just like yours. Your father's hands and his father's before him. Hands that worked until they broke. Calloused, cracked, and finally stilled. Hands that never had another choice. They knew only this life, as you do. When the wind blows outside, the entire house creaks. The mud walls groan like an old animal. When it rains, water leaks through the roof. The thatch is old and thin in places. Sometimes it drips directly onto your bed. You move the straw to avoid the puddles. You are not alone in this room. The space is small, but shared. No peasant is. Solitude is a luxury none can afford. Your wife sleeps beside you. Her breathing is soft, but you know she is tired too. 2 children are curled together near the wall. They share a single ragged blanket for warmth. A small goat lies near the door. Its warmth helps keep the chill away. Animals often sleep inside the house. Not because you like it. The smell is strong, and they can be noisy. But because they are too valuable to leave outside. A goat means milk, and milk means life. You quietly stand up. You step carefully around the sleeping bodies. Your legs are stiff. The muscles ache from yesterday's labor. Yesterday's work never really leaves your body. It settles into your bones overnight. It waits for the next morning, ready to greet you again. You open the wooden door. The hinges are leather and they creak softly. Cold air immediately pushes inside. It steals the warmth from the room in seconds. Outside, the village is still quiet. Most huts are dark, but a few show signs of life. A few thin lines of smoke rise from chimneys. The first fires of the day are being lit. Other peasants are waking up. You can hear the faint sounds of movement. Just like you. All following the same ancient rhythm. Because nobody here wakes up late. The sun is a strict master. Late mornings are a luxury. For those who do not depend on the soil. Luxury does not exist here. It is a word without meaning. You step outside. The cold hits your face like a slap. The ground is wet. Dew clings to every blade of grass. Mud sticks to your feet with every step. It sucks at your bare heels, cold and persistent. The village smells like manure, smoke, and damp earth. It is the smell of home, though home is harsh. Animals move slowly through the narrow paths. They too are beginning their day. Chickens scratch the dirt, hoping to find a forgotten seed. Our dog wanders between the houses. Its ribs show through its matted fur. This is not a peaceful village. It only seems quiet from a distance. It is a place built around survival. Every sound, every movement has a purpose. You look at the horizon. The sky is pale gray, then gold. The sun is beginning to rise. Its light spills over the edge of the world. And that means the day has already begun. The clock of your life is ticking again. But first, breakfast. A moment of fuel before the labor. You return inside. The warmth of the fire welcomes you. Your wife has already started a small fire. She blows on the embers to bring them to life. The flames are weak. Wood is precious and must be used sparingly. Wood is not easy to gather. The forest belongs to the Lord. Fuel must be saved. Winter is long, and the cold never forgets. Breakfast is simple. There is no time for elaborate meals. A piece of dark bread. It is coarse and heavy in your hand. Hard, dry. It crumbles when you bite into it. Sometimes slightly sour. The grain was not stored perfectly. It is made from barley or rye. These grow where wheat cannot. Wheat is too valuable to eat. It is the Lord's crop, his coin. Wheat belongs to the Lord. Every kernel is counted and taken. You dip the bread into a small cup. Soften it to give it flavor. Not water, weak ale. Water from the stream can make you sick. In medieval villages, water can be dangerous. It carries sickness you cannot see. Ale is safer. The brewing kills the impurities. The children wake slowly. They rub their eyes and yawn. They eat quietly. They have learned not to ask for more. Nobody speaks much in the morning. Words are a waste of energy. Energy must be saved. For the fields, for the work ahead. The sun rises higher. Light floods through the open door. Work cannot wait. The soil is calling. You grab your tools. They lean against the wall where you left them. They are simple. Made by the village smith, repaired by you. A wooden hoe, a small sickle. The blade is dull but still cuts. Tools that have been repaired many times. New handles, new bindings, old iron. Nothing here is thrown away. Waste is a sin you cannot afford. Everything is reused until it breaks completely. And even then, the pieces find a use. You walk towards the fields. The path is muddy and well trodden. Other peasants walk beside you. Neighbors, friends, all sharing the same fate. Nobody talks much. Heads down, eyes on the path. Everyone already knows what the day will be. Endless, back-breaking, and the same as yesterday. The fields stretch endlessly ahead. Brown soil, heavy mud. This land feeds the Lord. And you work it. You bend down and dig your hands into the earth. The day has begun again.